Everyone, I think, that's involved in their town wants to contribute in some way. And I marvel every day at the people that coach, train, and teach our children. But as far as the park district and volunteers and class helpers, these people are amazing that take their time and for free give up weekends, evenings to coach and train our kids. They're awesome role models. And I'm not a good coach. I'm actually, I help out, but that's not my forte. What is, I believe, is public service. And why that is kind of I grew up with it when very early out of college. I became a trustee at College of DuPage, and the reason I did that was because I worked there and I was a student there, and I saw that the board wasn't really getting the true picture, the entire true picture of what life was like there for the ordinary student or employee. So I thought I'd run. I was the youngest person ever elected at 23 years old. And I still feel that way about Glen Ellyn. I feel that with all my life experience here, combined with my business experience, that I can give back to the community in that way and contribute by saying, you know what, I really know what life is like here, and I really know that we have issues to tackle. They're not insurmountable, but we'll never tackle them unless we talk about them. We'll never be able to go forward unless we plan what we want to do and kind of put these plans and these issues on the table that people know exist and that we never get to the board level because there's no forum for them to get to be discussed. Sitting here kind of comfortable at home and being a village president candidate is kind of sobering to me. I'm so honored and humbled to be that. I feel very fortunate to be rewarded for past public service and my message, which is really inclusive as far as a grassroots campaign. We're entering a new era where people want to contribute more, where they don't want it just done for them, but they want to know why it's done and how it's done. And so we have to go for a government that's very transparent, that involves our public more, and that does things like televised board meetings and talks about issues that are important to the community that never really get addressed because they're not part of a regular board agenda. The board does an amazing job and always has with execution of transactional items. Those things include getting bids and approving bids on things and routine purchases, etc. But when we look to the future of our town and we want to talk things like what's our town going to look like, or how do we remain fiscally solvent, or what do we really want to be? What is our vision when we come out of the next decade? What do we want to leave for our children? That type of thing we never really get to talk about, and wow, that's important stuff. We should be able to address it. So I believe that the reason I'm sitting here when winning the Civic Betterment Party town meeting election was because we reached so many people and we're able to get that message across, that we will be inclusive and that we will involve people and that we will televise our meetings and show the board actually working hard and deliberating on things that affect the welfare of the community. Hi, I'm Mark Pfefferman. This is my family. We don't often sit like this, but we're glad that you're in our house. My wife, Martha, my son, Matthew, and our son, Mitchell. How old are you, Mitch?
6.
And you, Matt?
8.
8. And
I'm not telling.
yes.
Don't ask me.
Martha will always be younger than me. She reminds me of that on a
yes, I will always be younger, but we graduated together.
Exactly.
Yes.
She was quite advanced for her age.
That's right. Thank you.
We met at junior high in Glen Ellyn, Illinois, in art class. So, yeah.
37 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yes.
But it was fun. And not much has changed. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's changed. We were friends for many, many years before we dated. And we've been married for about 10 years. When we talk about Glen Ellyn and our family, there's favorite time of year. It's hard, but there's two that I think stand out. And one is what, the 4th of July. And why is that special, Mitch?
Because my birthday's the day before.
Your birthday's the day before, right? And what else do we like around the 4th of July in Glen Ellyn, around Lake Ellyn? Yeah, Regatta. Then the other thing I think the other time of year would be the holiday walk, right? Seeing Santa light the Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. We like that too. Yeah. I guess it may be obvious that they'll love the town, and we'll love the town whether I'm village president or not. It gets back, I think, to the character and the people of Glen Ellyn, and in fact, those that really who encouraged me to run. Several key people since days of trustee, and even before that, had said, you'd make a good village president. And at first, I was just humbled and overwhelmed, and then I realized that these people wouldn't say that unless they really believed that. And I'm indebted to them for really sparking the idea, encouraging it, and then getting me to see that I have the tools and skills to help Glen Ellyn reach its full potential. Of course, not alone, with the help of all of us in the town, and our staff, our residents, and our board. So thank you. As humbling as it is and honored, I'm excited and enthused and feel confident that I can do it based on these friends of ours in Glen Ellyn that have encouraged me to pick up the ball and go.